Hello everyone, please don't mind my hair sticking up all over the place. Just want to make a real short video, and I'm going to right now I might end up doing both channels when I begin my new, but on this one, like every video, I won't be, when I get the new one going, I'm not going, because I won't, it's such a mess over here, I'm not going to try to reply and respond. The new one will be, so I can keep track and better get to know those who I'm speaking with. And you know but I just want to say a couple things now. Through this year, the process, and I know sometimes I haven't spoke fully. I'll just touch on things because so much would take so many words. Like each little portion, you'd have to just, you have to bring it forth and explain, or, expound. I had to get these things had to be gathered in me, and even, it was like, so much I could say. Kind of like the download, and then I had like a system free defrag and all this. I had all this. It's digesting all that's given to you. It's putting all that's been given to you in right order within you. And now, and like that, from what's the more and more you have together, like when I watch videos, these things, someone will speak something and that file's right there and it comes right back up. This is the work that's been done in me. And, when I thought I was going to try to go and show. And then when I saw what was in the Greek and every word, when I'm reading, I begin the closest I can to finding the beginning of what is being spoken here in this conversation. And from what I know of spirit, the thing from what's been assured to me, learning that language, I follow the conversation, follow who is speaking and what is being said, that's all being done in me. That's because of what's done in me. I can do this. It's a whole other thing to come in every word, because as I'm reading, I see what the meaning of the word, and I'm putting them all together. But to show that to another, you'd have to show the words and show what this is and take it to the lexicon, and it's just, this was all being done in me. And as this work's being done, there's others that the work's being done in. There's work that's already being prepared. I am only a part of it. And now, I have learned nothing from man. I have had no assistance from man. The only thing I have received from man is the confirmation of things that myself has come to know and received and come to know. And what it was, you was filled, and it was that the doctrines of demons that was purged out of me. By truth entering, those doctrines was purged out. It is unclean doctrines, unclean teachings that hinder, and you cannot will not allow you, causes you to be double-minded and not allow the truth. But with this, I just want to say right now. And another thing is still, even though, and I know that each of us will become more and more sound and sure. Those who this work's done in, some are still holding on to a part of the carnal understanding because they haven't understood the deepness and the spirit work. They haven't understood the fullness, and but as each do their part and give their portion, each will become more sound and, see clearly, more clearly, see more eye to eye. And, like that's why there's so many, when I find, there's just so much I want to say, but there's like, and also I'll see like where Anna or I don't know, lively, any of them. I can't, say right off that you might not see eye to eye, but bear witness to that part that you do see eye to eye. Why I've been, let me see. We each have this work going on within us, but like I just found, and I don't know, I'm going to start replying. Here's what I was trying to say. What I couldn't do because it's so much, I didn't know how I'm supposed to present these things because it's done in me. I understand when I'm reading, but that's to explain it, there's every little word. There's so much too, because what the people have in them, they still carry these doctrines. They're still full of darkness, and but now I just realized, I found another one, brother, who has done all my homework, and I see him expounding these things in the Greek. He's already done that. I've been seeing him, but I haven't watched, because like I said, I did not want any interference. I had to come to find these things on my own. And now that I have found them, I go and I see what others are presenting. But I see here that, others I want to reply to certain videos that some is speaking, and to show my portion, for those who watch my videos, to show my portion. And then there's but this other one where he's done all my homework. He's done the Greek. He has many of the videos, all these things that I want to show. He's done so much. And so I think that's, a big part of my next channel will be, there's others where I'll try to reply when I can. What comes, there's just so much to say that it's just, but here with him, he's done that homework in the letter. And with that, I was just watching, I'm going to be watching him as I try to do, and I found another, I can't remember her name, which she speaks more of the older, and I just found her yesterday, I only watched a little bit, but she goes back to some of the older writings. But with this one here, like right now I'm watching one on Doctrines of Demons. I don't speak these things. I sit here for 4 years silently studying these things, letting this work be in. I don't just hear it once or perceive it once or twice. I've ate it all up. I've ate up what was beneath the letter. And before I present it, I want to make sure that I'm not seeing something wrong before I offer it to another. And, that's what kind of caused me confusion with my son, because I came to understand what was done with me. What had been cast out of me was the unclean. Those doctrines, the unclean teachings. Those was the demons that was hindering me. That's what was cast out of me. The teachings of unclean, the wrong understanding. That's why you have to turn, repent. Which we'll say much about that, but nothing entering in, and this is what I'm going to start replying. I'm going to start keeping notes as I watch so I can put forth my part. Unclean. Demons are unclean. It's what enters in. It's with what you have in you. If you are full of all this darkness, teaching, confusion, and a word enters in, it's what mixes in your heart, how your heart perceives. That's what you're going to put out. You're going to put out falsehood, lies, contradiction. Those are the demons. And I will make it sound, when I'm just making a short note video here, when I begin to do this and then you can go see how he shows you these scriptures. because he's already done the work. I will just present my portion, and then you can go see what actually had been written. Because there is no contradiction. See, when you say, if nothing entering in, people say it's demons enter in and do these things to people. Nothing entering in can defile a man. It is what proceeds out that defiles a man. If Christ spoke that nothing entering in, meaning no demons, no unclean spirits can enter in and defile you. It's what proceeds out of you, out of the heart, that defiles the man. And this is the same thing. When I understood all this, that's why when it happened with my son Mark, when he began to go through this, I was not ready. I only know what had been cast out of me. Through the truth entering in, purified the word. And that there was no place left for that unclean falsehood and lies and doctrines of demons to abide. So when it happened with Mark, I didn't know. It's like, is there something I'm missing? I thought I didn't know enough. I thought, is there something that can actually, is it just my son that has let him, that has let the darkness consume him and these thoughts consume him? Or is there something that, and then again, can there be some kind of spirit outside influence other than what is spoken, and spoken of the world and of man? Could there be something that, that is a whole other story, but whether there can be some kind of I've had experience. I've had the incubus, succubus in my room. I've been held down. But see, I still don't understand if that was actually something really there, or, if that was just me. Did I conjure that up myself? And that's a whole other thing, but when it speaks doctrines of demons, that's what comes forth from the heart, from an unclean heart. That is, the ground that wasn't prepared. It brings forth corrupt fruit. I just wanted to say a word on this, and there's more to understand about outside influence. I don't know if but that's whether there can be something to influence, there's something that whispers to me, and I don't know that yet. I can't say one way or another. I only bear witness to and testify to what I know for sure. What has been proven to me over and over through great revelation and assurances of spirit. But when I speak these things, it's just to see that why my work's been done, the work's been done in me. There's actually been others, prepared, and we are just laborers, and now. That's what I've been doing. But I had to, I guess, because I had to hear what was beneath in the original. If I want to present, to contest what man, are teaching now, the letter, the translations, I had to know what was beneath. So I did my part, because I didn't want to present anything wrongly, but I didn't know how I'm supposed to show these things. But now I realize why this work's done in me. There's been a work prepared over here and over here, but this work right here that he's done, the homework, that I will join the testimony, give my part, and how you understand what I'm saying. I hope that makes sense. But because I can present what I understand, and then he over here is going to show you what was truly written in the Word. because it was a lot of work to go through. Like from now, if I had to do it myself, to go back now that I understand these things, but to go back and let me write it all down so I can show them and get these words, if I had to, it would take me years. But there was another work going on. While this was going on in me, all these things are being prepared. All these other brethren who have the work. And this one right here is going to be a big part, I know, because he's already done the homework. And there's others too. There's some others like Shananiah. I haven't even heard from Shananiah. I don't even know what channel she is. She's one I've, Shananiah Daniels. I hope you are well if you see this. I haven't heard from you in a long time. And I know when we first, came on YouTube, when I first heard her, there was so much because she had heard the things in the Greek that I had. And there was so much confirmation, and and she was one that knew what I was, because most had never heard what was in the Greek, but she had went deep beneath, and yeah. So I, let me know how you're doing, Shananiah. So, I know that, and it was so strange for here's two of us who had went through the same things, but it wasn't ready, I guess, to come. We had, spoke a little bit, but for now 2 years, I don't think I've even heard anything of her, except once that I mentioned her, and then my other brother had said he speaks with her or something. We all had to sit and have, become prepared, and now our portions were all be presented and rightly joined together. And okay, but that's all I'll say for now. This is not our work. We are just the vessels and laborers. And tending the vineyard of our Father. And I do love you all. Many blessings to you.